Hello there. Last couple of classes we learned what is fraction, types of fractions, proper, improper, and mixed fractions. This video we're going to talk about equivalent fractions. So equivalent fraction is a fraction that has a number representing same part of a whole, even though their numerator and denominators are different, but their fraction value is same. So let's just start an example. So before I start an example, I'm going to tell you I'm going to do two parts. Part one, I'm going to find or create an equivalent fraction. Part two, I'm going to check if two fraction is equivalent fraction. Okay, so part one, I'm going to do an equation. So number one, part one. So I'm going to do an example. One. So if I have a basic, very basic fraction, actually, okay, 1/2. Okay, so we want to find an equivalent fraction out of this 1/2. So how can we do that? We cannot change the answer, but we know that any function which may look different, but their value is same, we know this is an equivalent fraction. So if we multiply both top and bottom by a non-zero integers, we can find an equivalent fraction. For example, I'm going to multiply this one here on top by 3. I'm going to multiply this bottom by 3, and that will give me an equivalent fraction. So 3 times 1 is 3, and 3 times 2 is 6. So I want to say that 1/2 is equal to 3/6. So this is an equivalent fraction. Look, even though their numerator, even though the numerator is 2, this one is 6, and this one is 1, this one is 3. So their numerator and denominator is different. They look different, but their value is same. Okay, let's have example 2. Example number 2. Okay, so this time I'm going to have 5/6. Okay, so I'm going to create an equivalent fraction. So again, in your mind, what number comes up? Maybe 6. Okay, multiply by 6 on top, multiply 6 on bottom. Remember, what you do on the top side numerator, you must do the same thing on the bottom. You must maintain the equality. Okay, so you cannot alter the value of the numerator and the denominator. So you have to use the same number to multiply, and that will give us 30 over 36. Again, 5 times 6 is 30, 6 times 6 is 36. So therefore 5/6 is equal to 30/36. So this is equal, that is equal. Okay, that one checked out, this one checked out. They're equal. Well, how do we check out? We're going to learn that on the part 2. Okay, let's have example number 3. Example number 3. So this time we're going to have, this time we have another one, maybe 4/5. So I'm going to have same thing. I'm going to multiply by, maybe, let's have a big number, 10. Multiply by 10. So if I do multiply by 10, 4 times 10 is 40, 5 times 10 is 50. So therefore we do have, we can now say 4/5 is equivalent to 40/50. Again, in this process you can find a million equivalent fraction in your choice. Okay, so now I'm going to do part 2. How do you know that these two given equation are equivalent? Okay, so let's take a look here. Part 2. So I'm going to have two fraction, 1/2 equal to 5/10. That's one example. Okay, so now is this equivalent fraction? Question is this equivalent fraction? So we can just cross multiply here. That's the easy way, I believe. Or you can reduce the second fraction, okay, by using the divisibility rule. So if you do cross multiply, that's, I think, the better off, okay. So 1 times 10 is 10, equal to 5 times 2 is 10. So it's checked out. So that means they are equivalent, okay. So let's have another example. Example number 2. So I can have 5 over 9 equal to 2 over 3. Now, is this equivalent fraction? Let's work it out. So we do 5 times 3, which is 15, equal to 9 times 2, which is 18. Oops, that's not an equivalent fraction. So the second fraction is not an equivalent fraction. So that's how we figure out whether it is an equivalent fraction or to create a fraction. I hope after watching this video, you can create as many equivalent fraction you want, or you can check as many fraction given to you their equality. Thank you.